Here I have Reggie, our 5th instar Hickory Horned Devil. I wanted to get a little bit of video of him eating. He's just chowing down. We have 2 of them right now. We have this one and we have another one named Oscar that we're babysitting for Leanna and Matt. And yeah, so I've got this one, got Reggie here in a cool Wonder Bubble terrarium. Let's see. And the terrarium is filled with dirt. I went ahead and put dirt in the terrarium because I saw him starting to turn that beautiful turquoise color you see on his head. I guess when he's ready to pupate, he is going to turn, I think, all that color. He's going to, and I didn't know how fast or slow that process was going to happen, and so I wanted to make sure I had dirt ready for him. Well, it turns out that was 2 days ago, and gosh, I don't know how long he's going to be eating these leaves. It's getting to the point where I'm having to put a branch of 6 or 7 leaves in there morning and night for him. And you can kind of get a sense of how big he is. Almost hot dog size. I'll put my hand to here. So maybe you can, well, I don't know if that, I don't think that gives a good sense of how big, but he is probably 6 inches long now. And he's probably over 1 inch in diameter, or in circumference around his body. I guess when he's ready to pupate, he's, like I said, going to turn aqua, but he's also going to get, the skin on him is going to get very tight, and it looks pretty taut now. I don't know how much tauter it's going to go, but he is not, the skinny thing that he was, even when he was kind of long like this. But you can, here's maybe a better look at how quickly he's demolishing these leaves. These are sweet gum leaves. I had made arrangements with some people down the street who have a big sweet gum tree in their yard, and I go down there and take pieces off of it with their permission each time I need it. And this caterpillar is a month old. I don't know how much longer this is going to go on. I'm surprised that it hasn't pupated now. When it pupates, it's going to dig down into this dirt, which is why I needed to put dirt into the terrarium. I like this Wonder Bubble because it's deep, and it said on the internet that these caterpillars burrow down 5 or 6 inches, and they'll turn into a pupa there. And I guess that's kind of like a cigar-shaped dark structure, and it will stay in that dirt over the winter. So when that happens, when he burrows down, we'll say goodbye, and I'll just put the terrarium out in the garage, and I'm going to bring it out next spring, and I'll have the winter to figure out what the heck I'm going to do when it comes out as a moth. I am thinking, we are on the north edge of this caterpillar's range, or moth's range. When it comes out, it's going to be a Regal Moth. And, it's got a week to mate after that point. It's only going to live a week. And so, my dilemma is, should I maybe take it south somewhere where it's going to have a better chance of finding a mate so that it can lay eggs and start the cycle over again. I've had someone suggest to me that I could hang, if this turns out to be a female, I could hang her in a cage out in the backyard and hope that the pheromones that she'll release will attract a male in the area. I have no way of knowing whether there would be any males in the area or in the downriver area of southern Michigan. We're pretty paved over. It's pretty pretty suburban here. I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to see. If not, maybe I'll take it down to Oakwoods and just release the moth, or maybe further south down into Oak Openings if it's on a weekday and or on a weekend, and I can have the time to drive it down there. Or my husband is willing to do it, maybe.
No.
He's saying no. Don't blame him. All right. So this is very interesting. All this horny, blue, black stuff is all just for show. It's a defensive mechanism. You know, it's made to look really scary so that this caterpillar avoids being preyed on by something larger. As far as I can tell, the head is just this very reddish piece on the front. So it's like he's wearing just a big old, hood with all this stuff sticking off of it. But his mouth and head are on that little head capsule, or mouth and teeth and eyes are appear to be on that red capsule at the end. And you can see he's still chewing, and he's going to, when he finishes this, he's going to move right on to another leaf. And you can see all these stems. There's at least four in view, if not more, maybe five. I think there's 5 stems of the leaves that he's eaten since, I don't think I put anything in here. Now, since Thursday night.